Action! Yo, what's up, YouTube fam? Sonny Emery here. Like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. The title of this series that I'm about to introduce to you guys is entitled Telesis. Telesis means progress intelligently planned. So we're going to do drumming telesis throughout this series. We're going to intelligently plan your progress. I'm going to start with some very, very fundamental exercises and rudiments that have been the cornerstone of my playing for years. And literally, we're going to start from square one. So here we go. Let's get started. Without further ado, if you like this video and the others coming, please click that subscribe button and like and share with your friends. All right? Cool. Let's get busy. The first thing I want to talk about is technique. I get this question all the time in my clinics. I play both match grip and also traditional grip. Okay, now most of the time when you see me playing, I may be playing a French timpani match grip, which is thumbs up, like that, as opposed to German, where the thumbs are on the side. Okay, so a lot of times when you're seeing me playing, it's a French timpani grip, like that. Okay, but let's go back to the very beginning. When I started playing, the very first grip that I learned was a traditional grip. Okay, left hand like this. All right. Now, one thing I want to address right away is a lot of beginning players, and if you're a beginning player and you're deciding what you want to do, I suggest that you learn both grips. But for a lot of beginners who learn traditional grip, they have a problem keeping this finger in place. That finger is the guide finger, and that controls the stick. That helps you control the stick. A lot of players end up doing this. They call that rabbit ears. And you don't want to do that. Or if you do that, you're going to be lacking some control. Okay? So I just suggest, and I prefer having that finger locked in there. All right? So basically, my traditional grip looks like this. That finger is in the lock there and stays there for support. Right hand is basically standard grip. Thumb up. Okay? And now also French timpani grip, which is one of my favorite. And I was inspired to use this grip as I was growing up watching Billy Cobham and Lenny White and several other great drummers whose dexterity and just mobility around the kit was incredible because of them being able to really implement this grip. Thumbs up, and this really utilizes these fingers. Later in the series, I'm going to give you an exercise to strengthen these fingers. Okay, and I speak about that in my clinics as well when I'm touring the world doing clinics, but we're going to get into that later. What I want to dive into now is the very first rudiment. It's entitled the long roll or double stroke roll. All right, 2 strokes on both hands, and I know you advanced guys already know this, but a lot of you don't know that the proper way to do this is from an open to close standpoint. And what I mean by open to close is I mean slow to fast. Close it up, and I'll demonstrate this on a real snare drum for you a little later as well. But I'm going to do it right now on this. But I'm going to use a match grip to do this. So this closing up process, sorry about my bracelet. This closing up process is where a lot of guys get hung up. Bridging that gap between the closed and the open smoothly. And coming back out to an open. Same thing, traditional grip. Going in, pressed, pressed. Keeping that finger on the left hand closed up, no rabbit ears. And I'm going to come back out. That's the long roll. Now we're going to take this really slowly because these fundamentals are very, very important to be able to do and to communicate whatever it is you want to communicate on the drum set. It's like learning a language. You can't speak the language unless you know, learn some words. So rudiments are, they are the way for you to communicate as a drummer, to be able to express yourself when you're soloing and to develop ideas. Okay? The next one, basic rudiment, single stroke roll. All right? For all you match grippers, we'll start with you. All right? Open to close again. One thing I want to mention at this point, technique-wise, if you look at my hands, my arms aren't moving. I'm going to stay right here at this tempo for a minute so you can cue in on my hands. And notice, this part of my arm is not moving. Only the wrist and fingers, okay? Reason for that being is once you start to increase the speed of these, or going to the closed position of these, you're not going to ever be able to move your hands or your arms fast enough to get this up to speed. So next, what I like to do is I like to take both of those rudiments. A lot of times when I'm backstage before a show or performance, I'll take my pad, just as you see here, and I'll warm up for about 30 minutes just doing a series or variety of rudiments, different combinations. But we're going to get deeper into that as the series goes, and I'm going to be introducing more and more rudiments. And some of you may be asking, well, why is he, he's such an advanced player, why is he starting here? I'm starting here is because this is how I became that advanced player that you guys like. Without these rudiments, you're not able to speak as fluently, and I said that before. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a combination exercise that I use that incorporates the first two rudiments that I just gave you, the long roll and the single stroke roll. So, very simply. And this works on your doubles as well as your singles at the same time. So. Okay, as you practice these, and I'd like for you to practice these with the metronome, so find a setting that's easy for you, that you can do this without stumbling and tripping over yourself. Okay, as you progress in this, you can start to elongate the single note, the single stroke portion of it. So have. Sorry, so you're gonna be alternating between single strokes and double strokes in the 16th note portion. So doubles, singles, double, single, And now you can start to stretch these out by a beat or two. All right, so now that I've given you a couple of things for you to work on, now what we're going to do is I'm going to move to the kit, and we're going to apply both the single stroke and the double stroke to the kit. Basic rudiments that sound great all over the kit, and you can just use your creativity because there's no right or wrong way to apply them. The right and wrong comes in the technique, so as long as you have your technique down, you can go to the kit and have as much fun as possible. Let's go.
This is the long roll from an open position. Going to gradually close this. We want to try to make this transition into a press buzz roll as smooth as you possibly can. Press down into a buzz roll. And you want to make the transition coming out just as smooth as going in. Start to open it up. Come out. Back to the open. This is the single stroke roll. Same concept. Open to close. Closed position. Back out, making a smooth transition to an open single stroke roll. Double stroke roll around the kit. Very simple application here. But you want to get used to moving all of these around the kit. Slow to close, like I'm doing right now. Single stroke roll application around the kit as well. This is particularly challenging around the kit. Take your time. What you want to try to achieve with this is cleanliness and keeping it as clean as possible. subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that button. Like and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that button. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that button.